Marilyn Monroe, a name that echoes through the golden halls of Hollywood. But before she became a dazzling icon of the silver screen, she was a girl named Norma Jean. Her story is one of resilience, transformation, and destiny. Today, we dive into the birth and early life of Marilyn Monroe to uncover the origins of a legend. On June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, California, a baby girl who would one day captivate the world was born. Born Norma Jean Mortensen, she was later baptized Norma Jean Baker. Her mother, Gladys Pearl Baker, worked as a film negative cutter at Consolidated Film Industries. However, Norma Jean's birth was not a fairy tale. It was the beginning of a life filled with trials and uncertainties. Norma Jean never knew her father, and speculation about his identity remained a mystery throughout her life. With an absent father and a mother who struggled with mental illness, her early years were not stable. Little did anyone in the world know that this little girl born into hardship would one day become a symbol of beauty and grace. Norma Jean's childhood was far from glamorous. Her mother, unable to care for her due to financial instability and mental health struggles, placed her in the care of foster parents. Over the years, she lived in multiple foster homes, experiencing a turbulent and often lonely upbringing. She spent time at the Los Angeles Orphans' Home Society, a place that exposed her to a world of uncertainty, but also instilled in her a deep desire to belong. During these formative years, Norma Jean sought an escape in the movies. She found solace on the silver screen, where actresses like Jean Harlow and Claudette Colbert captivated audiences. The dream of Hollywood was planted in her heart, even as she endured the harsh realities of foster care. Norma Jean's life took another unexpected turn when she was 16. In 1942, to escape the prospect of returning to an orphanage, she married James Dougherty, a 21-year-old neighbor. This marriage was not one of love, but of survival necessity. When James joined the Merchant Marines and was stationed overseas, Norma Jean was at a crossroads. Away from her husband, she worked in a munitions factory during World War II. That's where fate intervened. A U.S. Army propaganda photographer spotted her and took a photo that would change her life. This photo led to her first modeling opportunity, which began her transformation into Marilyn Monroe. Norma Jean's modeling career took off quickly. She dyed her natural brown hair blonde and began to reinvent herself. By 1946, she had signed her first contract with 20th Century Fox, and with it came a new name, Marilyn Monroe. The name change symbolized the birth of an icon. Marilyn, inspired by Broadway star Marilyn Miller, and Monroe, her mother's maiden name, created an identity that would soon capture the world's imagination. But while she was transforming on the inside, she remained a young woman still searching for her place in the world. Marilyn Monroe's early film roles were small, but her charm was undeniable. She worked tirelessly, taking acting classes and perfecting her screen presence. Her breakout roles came in the 1950s with films like All About Eve and The Asphalt Jungle, where audiences got their first glimpse of her impressive screen presence. Behind the glamour, she struggled with self-doubt and a desire to be taken seriously as an actress. Hollywood saw her as a pretty face, but Marilyn was determined to prove she was so much more. This ambition set the stage for the legend she would become, a woman who would redefine fame, beauty, and the power of reinvention. From a little girl named Norma Jean to the dazzling Marilyn Monroe, her journey was one of trial, transformation, and triumph. Born into hardship, she forged a path to immortality, leaving a legacy that continues to shine.